why a low budget car? Yes, not everybody has the budget to buy a fancy expensive car, or sometimes it just doesn't make any sense because it's maybe just a second car. So yeah, this Suzuki is perfect in that case. Just yeah, you spend around 3,000 to 4,000 euros and have a really decent car. This is a 2010 model, so it was the final year for the Suzuki Swift Sport. Yeah, what to know about this car? It's a 1.6 liter naturally aspirated, so if you are searching for a naturally aspirated car, a small sporty car, you are find a good one here. It's 1.6 liter, 125 horsepower. I linked you the torque figure. Yeah, so you can rev the engine until 7,000 RPM, which is really good for a small car like this. Yeah, insurance is kind of cheap. You don't have to pay a lot of taxes and so on. Yeah, now I'm just drive it warm to get to the engine temperature. Even it's a small car, you have to take care about it. Yeah, I'm just gonna drive it in a nice section. For cars like this, it's very good to have maybe not the steepest mountain roads because you don't have much power. So it's better to have I mean, you can have fun either way on a mountain road. You won't get that fast, but sometimes it's better because you don't have to brake that much. So I used to drive different cars, and sometimes it annoys me if a car has it sounds a little bit, it's crazy, but it has too much power. So you just push it and brake all the time, push brake, and a little bit, yeah, it's annoying. So sometimes I have more fun with lightweight and less powered cars, just riding them on a country road. It's a very good yeah, I mean, low budget and cheap car to run. So let's get out of all these villages, find some curvy roads. So let's check around of the car. As I told you, it's a 1.6 liter engine, naturally aspirated. Yeah, the engine is here, as we can see, is yeah, kind of mounted on the more or less on the front axle, but it's usually on a small cars. But as you can see, you have here a lot of room inside of the engine bay. The car is completely stock, so you can see the air intake is here. You can modify this car very easily with different air intake system. In Germany it could be tricky to get this TUV, but I think other countries probably it's easier. Yeah, so it's completely stock headlights. There's chromed ones. Actually, it's a nice and clean engine, very simple. The only thing which these cars have is sometimes the cut makes problems, so it could be a costly changes at around 1,200 euros. But otherwise, yeah, it's a naturally aspirated car. So just let's close the engine, the hood. Yeah, so actually I really like the design of this first gen Suzuki Sport. I mean, it's not the first gen, but this is the new generation after the 2000s. So before this, these cars were very low quality build, and this is already a much nicer quality. So this was the first one with a better quality, and this has a very nice white pearl effect paint, which I think it reflects very nicely on the sun. Yeah, it has stock 17-inch wheels with Goodyear Eagle F1 tires on it. Yeah, it's the size of the tires is 195 45 17. This car has some upgraded brakes, so yeah, you have a little bit better brake performance. As you can see, inside of the cabin, you can fit very easily a child seat. Actually, two of them. You have ISOFIX system. You have this very nicely shaped sport seats, which are really comfortable as well. Also on long distance, it has this some nice red stitches, and this red inside. It's, of course, it's taste. I like it. I think it fits very good to white pearl paint. It has yes, so it's manual 5-gear gearbox, has a navigation which I don't use anymore, but it has, so you can also set up a lot of stuff on that display. It has climate control, and as you can see, it's a very clean dash. I really like this as well. Back in the days, there was not many touch screens, not many buttons, but you could still control everything. So it has a very nice, sexy ass for a small car with double exhaust pipes, also stock ones. They are 76 millimeter.
Actually, I would upgrade this. You can see you can fit a much bigger exhaust pipes here. I would go around 90, maybe 100. I think fits 100 as well. 90 would be the perfect. Around you still have some space and a nice optic. Also nice this fake diffuser, but makes the car look sporty. I'm not into fake elements, but yeah, it's kind of just make the rear end complete, make it symmetrical, because you have the fog light and the parking light on each side, one of these. Yeah, it has a decent cargo space for a small car. So you have this floor here. You have this floor inside, and you have here some cargo space. You can storage a lot of stuff, or if you want to carry bigger stuff, you can put this inside, or you can just fold it like this. Facelift version, you can see it on the headlights. You have this it's not too small, it's a nice spoiler, but actually you get this spoiler also on a 1.5 and 1.3 liter engine 3-door versions, but of course on a sport version it looks even better because all these other applications. Yeah, so let's just get once more inside. You have some silver decor, some red racy elements. These cars had the problems with the seats, that this side part was very high, or it's very high, and if you get in and outside, you always just rubbing this element. This also had a hole, so the owner just put a funny heart here, so he or she loved this car. Yeah, but otherwise not much other problems with the interior. It's cheap, hard plastic everywhere. What else? Yeah, it has a stock suspension, which is a little bit hard. I would say not too hard. It works. Maybe it's worth to upgrade it. Yeah, it's a low budget car, I would say, so I wouldn't buy like a KW V3 because it's very expensive. Yeah, maybe some Koni Sport suspension kit or something like that would make sense. Just refresh the ride, refresh the quality of the ride. Yeah, so some nice design elements like this under-seat front spoiler design, because it doesn't have a huge function. This grill part is closed except here, so maybe it has some cooling function. The middle one, it's completely open. It has a honeycomb structure, which is racy and nice. I also like this element, this kind of chamfer, this big chamfer, which is coming from here, from the top, goes all the way down, makes this curve, and completes the front. It gives the car an aggressive look, like a mouse. It's open for air, she's getting air. It's not too aggressive, but yeah, it fits very well to this small car. Yeah, some other nice design elements. These wheel arches. The car is actually the stock car without the sport package has the same body, but I kind of like this. It looks like a wide body, but it isn't. So
they made it with this nice slightly concave surface, and also how they make with this sideline, it's just running out, so it creates a cleaner front but a strong side view, because of the line is running all the ways to the back and runs into the headlamps, which is also a nice element. So actually there's a very simple body language. The kinda, of course, everybody knows this, but the silhouette or this story with the windows and the blacked out A-pillar is like a Mini, but they did a reliable Mini, which you can say about the Minis. So this is a reliable car, and they make kind of a Japanese design language about it. Yeah, so for a small car, for a cheap car, I think it's very well made. Also nice to have this big door, so if you have children, you can very easily just load them inside of the car. And also the angle of the opening is very wide, so you have a lot of space to get in and outside, which is also very comfortable. So get back to the cockpit. Very simple, very useful, very easy to use, and you have a kind of nice space here, because the center console actually is cut out here. So your knee won't have a collision with the bigger center console. You have nice racy pedals. Yeah, otherwise all the instruments are very simple. What I like is that it's a compact small car, so you don't need you don't need a lot of space on the road, so you can just position the car very easily. I like the design because it's very simple. It has some Japanese touch, which I like. I like Japanese design. Yeah, I really like this spoiler on the car. It fits very well. I like the double exhaust. Yeah, I like the front and the rear bumper actually. Yeah, actually they just give the car a sporty look, but it's not too much, so you won't notice this car on the road. Somebody is with a modified, tuned small car. So it looks clean, simple. That's a good thing. I also like this black element on the window, which is it's a little bit Mini style, a little bit Sub used to do this. Makes an aero cockpit in a plane cockpit. Also the window, the front window is curved, nicely curved, so you have a nice visibility around. I like the stock wheels, except the weight. It's 9.4 kilos for a 17-inch wheels, which is not especially light. It's okay, but nothing special. But I like the look of the wheels. They fit also very well to the car. It's kind of a rally style look. Yeah. Okay, so the things which I don't like in the car is not many. Maybe it's a little bit the suspension is too unsensible, so it's kind of popping on the road, but it's a small car, so it has a small wheelbase. But actually they put the wheels in the corners as much as they could back in the times, so it helps. I like the seats. They feel for me very comfortable. What I don't like is that the fabric is kind of cheap. It's with age gets scratched out, so you have some small holes on the front seat, actually on the driver's seats, because it's most of the time in usage. I little bit I don't like the high sitting position, but you have to remember it's a small city car, so actually it's just a good point to have this sporty option. So it's kind of a compromise, but it works. You have a nice visibility. If you are a bigger guy like me, 190, you still fit in the car, you have still a good driving position, but probably it's better when you are around 180, so you're more centered in the car than, for example, me. That's are the things which I don't like. What's the final verdict? So if you wanna buy a small little car for sporty riding, use it every day, mostly city or some country roads, cheap running costs, then probably is one of the choice for you. It's Japanese, it's reliable, it looks good, it's still, after 10 years, it still looks very good, kind of fresh. So I would say go and find a nice one, a clean one, without many tuning, and if you want to do some decent tuning, do it. Otherwise, just keep it, use it, run it. So thanks for following me and subscribing me, and see you next time. Bye bye.